For 3 years in a row, I've correctly predicted the NBA champion using a formula, but I have yet to do it for the NFL. However, I've examined where I went wrong predicting the Super Bowl champion last year and made the necessary tweaks to make the correct choice this year. So let's get into it. My first requirement for the 2026 Super Bowl champion is to have at least a plus 50 point differential in the regular season. Every Super Bowl champion in history but two has met this criteria, so it's very likely that this year's champion will need to do it as well. This simple criteria eliminates a whopping 5 teams: the Bears, the Packers, the Panthers, the Steelers, and the Chargers. My next criteria is to not be bottom 10 in the league in turnover percentage. 34 out of the last 37 Super Bowl champions meet this criteria, which is going back all the way to when the stat was first created. This only eliminates 2 teams, but 2 very important ones in the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The next criteria is to at least be top 15 in total rushing offense or top 10 in total passing offense. 14 out of the last 15 Super Bowl champions have met this requirement, and with offense continuing to dominate the league, I think it's fair to say this is a must-have requirement. This eliminates 4 teams from contention: the Broncos, the Jaguars, the Texans, and the Eagles, which leaves us with 3 teams remaining: the Patriots, the Bills, and the Rams. However, every champion since 2000 had a much harder strength of schedule than the Patriots had this year, which forces me to eliminate the New England Patriots by no fault of their own. History just tells us teams don't really win the Super Bowl with that easy of a regular season. The problem is there are 2 teams that meet all of these requirements, both have phenomenal quarterbacks, and haven't played each other this year: the Bills and the Rams. With that being said, I'm going to make a personal judgment call based on the paths that each of these teams could carve out for themselves. So frankly, even though the Rams roster is definitely better than the Bills roster, the Bills have the benefit of playing in the much weaker AFC, so their path will be substantially easier. Therefore, with no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, and no Lamar Jackson to stop them, I believe Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills will finally hoist the Lombardi.